Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments. Welcome to a new month. It's Tuesday, September 3rd. Well, the overnight trade's a little bit on the defensive. We're down around 5 cents in the wheat, 2 in the corn, 5 in the beans, unchanged in the meal, around 35 points in the soybean oil. We ended the month of August pretty much on the defensive across the board except for the soybean oil, and that pretty much on the heels of the fact of the USDA reports that we've been getting, the weather and the crop conditions, the U.S. demand, the politics, the foreign production and their exports, and the currencies, all pretty much in a non-bullish environment, and thus putting the month of August on the defensive. Over the weekend, the news events that came out was that the U.S. and the Chinese on the September 1st wound up slapping tariffs on each other. They still say that the September talks are going to be on, but once again, the atmosphere right there is still somewhat suspect, and so once again, lack of buying interest in it as well. As far as weather goes, best I can say as far as that goes is that the trade is probably focusing on any type of cold air threats. And as far as the forecast goes right now, because we need an extended growing season, there is no cold weather out there at this point in time as far as weather forecasts go. So once again, lack of buying interest as far as the weather goes. We had our commitment of traders report that came out on Friday, and the commitment of traders trend as far as the managed money goes, speculators continue to show now across the floor they have a net short position, either unchanged and or adding to it. So the trade is not enthused with the market on the plus side as well. Technically, we're underneath our pivotal price areas, which is negative. The only thing that's trying to get some life in it is stochastics and RSIs, which are trying to get a bump up from very low levels. But once again, that's not going to garner a sustained rally. We had our delivery situation still ongoing. Most of the deliveries are being redelivered as far as back and forth between street names. Although of some notice was that ADM that put out a huge chunk of hard red winter wheat, they stopped a lot of it in the overnight session or in the overnight deliveries. We also saw where ADM and Dreyfus, which stopped beans the first day, wound up reissue them, but ADM did stop a little bit of beans, and maybe JP Morgan put out some soybean oil that grew. JP Morgan sometime is Cargill. So anyway, we have a slew of reports coming out here today. We got our weekly export inspections. We got 2 crushing reports coming out, oilseeds and corn. And then later on in the day, we'll get our weekly crop progress and condition numbers. So we're going to have the USDA report coming out September 12th. There's still a lot of unknown as far as what the validity is from the USDA. Pretty much sideways trade going into it. But once again, as I mentioned above, a lot of the factors we have going on right now continues to have us in a non-bullish environment. These are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. I thank you.